I don't have very vivid memories of the enormous crocodile. I know I read the Roald Dahl book as a child, but I just couldn't remember much. So I was really keen to check out the 1997 enormous crocodile. And this is narrated by Roger Blake. I have to say, I thought it would have been more popular than this. There are only 7 reviews and ratings on IMDb, with a total score of 5.4 out of 10, but across so few ratings, that's obviously not a very accurate or reliable overall score. Do I agree with it? Well, kind of. I feel like the animation quality could have been a bit better. The animation is obviously based on Quentin Blake's illustrations, and the actual design of the characters, the color palette, everything is really pleasing, but the actual movement of the animation was a little bit rough. And this is for 1997, so I feel like that could have been a little bit better. But of course, the story itself is quite interesting. The enormous crocodile is going to try and eat a child. Pretty scary topic, but this is Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl tackled a lot of interesting subjects where children were in very potentially dangerous situations, but in ways that were very pleasing to listen to. And the narrator takes us through this story of the enormous crocodile on his way to get a child for lunch, but the other animals the enormous crocodile meets along the way try and deter him or get in his way. And there is a good cast of characters. We meet a variety of different animals. All of them are. See, I'm trying to say they're all well animated. They are when they're not moving. The movement is just a little bit jagged and a little bit rough. But the design of them, the design of the characters, I really like. And we have some regional accents in here, which I hadn't expected, but I think is a really good thing. I'm wondering if that's putting off a non-UK audience. I can't say that would be why not many people have seen this or at least rated this, but certainly when you put regional accents into something that the UK creates, it's going to go one of two ways. Overseas are either going to lap it up, or they're just not going to have any interest in it because they don't understand what on earth people are saying. So I don't know, but I personally thought it was quite a good thing. It is worth pointing out that these are British regional accents for jungle animals, so maybe not the most accurate thing. But in terms of keeping it engaging, giving the characters different voices, it was very well done. And I think Roger Blake did a really great job of narrating it. I'm going to assume Blake did all of the animal voices, but I can't say that for certain. There's nobody else credited on IMDb. If you know anything about that, please feel free to let me know. It's a fun story. I feel like it tells the narrative very well. I don't know if it's word for word the same as Roald Dahl's book. Dahl is credited as the writer on IMDb, but again, the information here is sparse. But it does suggest that nobody tinkered with his words. If anybody, again, knows anything else, please feel free to let me know. I probably should have looked to see if this was on Wikipedia, where there might have been some more information. Okay, I just looked. There is not a Wikipedia article, so the information I have for this is kind of thin on the ground. But I'd say if you're a fan of Roald Dahl's work, it's worth watching. If you have fond memories of the enormous crocodile, it's worth watching. If you're just looking for a random fun cartoon that you've never seen and you've never heard of the enormous crocodile before, well, I wouldn't say put it to the top of your to watch list. It's an interesting story. The animation is okay. The narration and the voices, although not being accurate for jungle animals, do animals have accents? I'm pretty sure there are scientific studies into that. But the point being, that is not necessarily accurate, but it makes it engaging, particularly for younger viewers. It's pleasant to listen to. So it's not bad, but it's not exactly a cartoon I'd say everybody has to watch. If it sounds like something you'd be interested in, give it a watch. I probably won't watch it again, but I am curious to go and get the book to see how it compares. But for now, I'm quite content at having watched The Enormous Crocodile. It's not too bad.